Hi, folks. This is me and my cosmic classroom sharing this day with you so that you will be in your cosmic classroom too, unafraid of all else and other. But what is all else and other than you? So now you will be in your cosmic classroom too, not afraid of being with your word. You see, we are fashioned by words. Or are we fashioning our consciousness? Is our consciousness fashioned by words? And then our consciousness fashions words. We become what our word is? Or are you changing what you teach, how you are taught? By you. The angel as, the angels of. This is the cosmic classroom to make you unafraid of me. Not a man sitting in flesh. But a purpose of identity comes forth now so that you no longer hold on to yours like you were afraid to die in. So showing you a picture on my tablet. We've all been here before, folks. When we realize something, when we start to realize something, that we were here before, in the very apex to marriage, not to breath? Or are you but changing what your breath breathes into you? Or are you changing your consciousness by what you breathe out of you? Words with that contain a new song, that give you an image of me in your mirror, that's you. You in your mirror, will you see the real you now? Not somebody that looks like you've always combed the hair of, or shaved the face, or thought you were a woman or a man. But on earth, are you no more limited by what you've thought, by what you were taught to believe? By what you were taught to create? Will you create new things now, new people with, new places going to? Will you see you are your angel, your handler, not again? Or are you changing something that you were connected to all of these years that you suffered in breath? Are you willing to see a new you? A new you with somebody else, not? Or are you changing the planes on what you see in, so that you are no more on the planes of Shinar trying to make a decision about what you believe? Or are you in breath creating a new one, a new me? Me that looks like you. Me that the angels are. Me that unconditional love is. No longer holding your breath of sensuality, sensual thinking, lust for another. Are you changing what you do with people? Or will you no more love them not, or will you but love them equally and be no more afraid of any of them because they can't hurt you? They can hurt you. Or what is hurt? Not a thing, again, that you embody because of somebody's words. A knife blade, a bullet, a wound of your emotions, a word that still hurts, a broken relationship, a defeated image. Or are you changing what you see in you now as you, the real, takes place? Takes your place not, or are you in the place of no other, a placeholder of an ego-driven circumstance? Will you change who teaches you what and be in your cosmic classroom too, so that you're not waiting, listening to me? Or are you changing all that you know about your field or the cyclic nation of me? Who is me? Well, can I show you another picture of you? I'm showing you a picture of you. And at the top of that painting that the painter is painting, it says, School of Me. You're doing what that man is doing in the picture right now with your breath, whether you think so or not. You are creating you, and your creator is you. But are you no longer isolated in your creation of you, thinking your creator somewhere else, attributing power to God or some other force? Will you merge with your creator not, or will you be but one mind, no longer limiting yours in flesh? Are you willing to see with different eyes, new eyes, new love with? Where you love each other unconditionally, because you see no right or wrong exists in unconditional love. Only love does, that knows its place and it's everywhere. Or is it all people who give it breath? Have we given breath to us before? Many times. Many times we've been our creation on different planets and different lands, different consciousness with, creating, what are we? An internal force of one no more that drives us from it. We are no more the selective service, abating our enemy, or are we no longer abetting that which defeats us with the same tongue? Are we changing what we create life with, death no more? Or what will you see in these words being said, being spoken? Will you withdraw from me not? Will you draw me? Now, some pictures of life, love, and peace. Your Eden experience with. This is Eden, whether you think so or not, but you've turned it into hell, not. Or have people taught you to create hell in you with your selective separation, where you draw lines around you and keep everybody else out of your mind? Oh, you don't want them in your mind. You don't want them to know what you're thinking. You want to hide in your own flesh and take refuge in your own creation? You're hiding from you in a hideout? Could be. You know not your power. But if you are willing, to learn, you can learn to write with your angel that tells you you are not separate from it. You only created you to live this flesh life. Or are you changing your cosmos to be in the classrooms of the heavenly unafraid, where you adorn each other? And you live love among the heavens, because there's no unlawfully here. There's no law against you being married to each other. Or are you but one consciousness, no longer afraid of your presence in you, being your own creation, you of, as the one you really are? Will you see me without flesh? In your mirror, will I be your word, or will you be your word, or will your word be speaking to you in the classrooms of faith no more, but perfect love, where your light is no longer dim and your voice is no longer heard small? As a little awareness factor. A program running on you that you failed to abort, or you let live in you, Or are you changing what you let live in you? Or are you living no more the words of another? Will you respect yours and what you speak, what you say, what you promise, and what you now renege on? Because you're disavowing a lot of things about this internal life, external life, separated life. So that you no more separate. We've all been here before. Where the tree of life is no more thought to be a story about long ago and far away. For we are the people of thought God no more. You see, I can teach, I could hold up pictures all day long and share with you what I have learned over more than 20 years of channeling. But what matters, what really matters here is not me sharing with you what I know, what I've come to believe, what I've experienced, what I've been taught. I can help you, but you must help you now. You must face you in your mirror and realize you have heard before this very message. Many times, many lives in. Will you no more conquer yours in thought? Will you have lived here again? Or will you change time? Or coming off of your 13th floor? With Daniel Galuinator, are you reading his book? The Simulacron 3, Not a Failure. I'm no more. You're dualistic in marriage, creating a burden of truth with a burden of proof. What matters is for you to learn from you. So that your word is not a simultaneous simulacron of you, or simulated are you no more in your own speech, your own thought, your own mind? Are you no longer living the mind of someone else, or someone else living in yours? Will you change what you're conscious of and be the conscious creators now in the classrooms of joy who paint a different picture of God? Force field 1, I'm no more your force in, subject to you. Your gods will no more penetrate me with their voices, for I will know the difference because I have learned to hear me in my own classrooms. So it's important, if you deem it important, to learn from me. All you can, all you must. But what matters the most is for you to learn from you. It's crucial you sit here in this chair, not but yours, no matter what your chair looks like today, no matter how rickety, whether it's an old cane-back rocker made from rock or wood. This is the story we're willing to create, not, but we're willing to recognize and react, not but respond with action. For we are in motion, the angels are, and the angels that are us will take their seat in our chair. So I give you this one. Or do I give you my table? My little round table over here that I recorded from? Or do I change my chair? Or do you change your picture of you, where you're no longer afraid of you? Where you change your light? Or what's in your face? Or what radiates now from your face? A new way to be you, where you're no longer afraid of the words of man, sawing you in half, taking your identity from you. I'm no longer doing things the way I've done them in the past. I may be in your chair, or am I in your house, or are you in the heavens? Are you in the consciousness of one, you and your angel being the same one? God the Creator are? You were God and didn't know it? Or are you no longer the Lord God series of? Will you change what you are willing to do, see, say, and sign? Will you change your camera, change your pictures, change your vision? Change what you thought internally that you wanted to do with you, or that you should achieve in success that somebody else defined for you? Lots of money, happiness, joy, friends? Or will you change the light you work with, where you yield to be the willingness of no one else, but to will, your free will, your will to choose to create you again out of this mess, unplugging from your 13th floor. The reality that seems to be so real. We've been here before in unreality called Earth, a mental field, a magnetic force, fed by love, not grace, not mercy, not, but control. Or are you? Or were you just a game in? A simulated other, not again the flight simulator stuff. I am not trying to be eloquent because I couldn't if I tried. But I am changing a lot of things. No more afraid of your light room. I know where mine is. I know what field is. I know what unconditional love is. From love not, but I draw the line in you not. But I've drawn many lines, or have I changed the field of consciousness where I've restored mine to me? I'm no more lethargic about this, or was I ever? Or have I channeled for 20 years to bring forth the truth, to have a baby? That I am me in? That I incarcerated not? Or was my word my baby that I taught to grow up? My consciousness to not have two anymore, but one of this world? We've been here before. And we have faced this decision before. And I'm asking you to face you in your face now and learn from you to be the real you in your light rooms of your consciousness, to be not afraid of God, Satan, devil, demons, or anything else that anybody wants to threaten you with. Nobody can tell you how to do this right, because there's no wrong in your kingdom. Or are you bowing down no more to another because they gave you other definitions of how something should be done? I'm asking you to be the real you, the royal you, in the circumstances of you, and no longer grow the trees of life that take your forest from you or your consciousness. Will you be in love with your words? Are you the field of no other? What will you create this day in your light rooms? Your light rooms, not your darkness darkened by thought, webs of deceit that have covered you over in flesh and bones. A skull of, are you taking it off? Will you no longer be encrusted in marriage to faith or marriage to a body, a figure, an algorithm producing machine? Are you no longer AI, produced by AI, reproducing AI now in your machines to be so lifelike? will you see a different story where God is no more your creator, but you are. You were, and many times have been. Here we are again. And this is the time that many people will perish because they want to believe in God, their Savior. And I understand that because I preached that many years. I was a desperate devotee of Christianity because I didn't know any better. I didn't know anything else. But the more I sought God, the more time in prayer I spent. Life came into my prayer life. And I began to bow. And I began to learn from love, finally, that did not ask me to bow down to it. It asked me to lead. And it said, it was, I am unconditional love. And that love that you think God is very, very different. You see, so much of my life I thought God is love because that's what I thought the Bible said, and I was taught to love the Bible. So I memorized many verses and taught it. But I learned the king is not who I thought. Neither are the angels. Nor is Israel in the Mideast. So I've learned a lot of things that you might call heresy. But I'm no more on a pew, sitting there, wondering where God is or how all of this came to be. Me, in four walls, limited to this earth. One of the first songs I ever remember really, really connecting with somehow in grade school, 4th or 5th grade, I don't know. Seems like maybe once a week, a lot of the school would go into the auditorium and sing. We would sing. We had a little songbook. And my favorite, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I mean, seriously. Birds fly, why can't I? Another song I connected with on a different plane was a popular song when I was in high school. Brooke Benton. I'm down here on the ground, wanting something better. Somehow there's always been something in me, a knowing in me, and I bet there's a knowing in you too, of something more, of something better. Religion tells you, take the blue pill, stay on the blue planet, fear God, honor the truth, and the truth shall set you free after you die. But if you want to take the red pill, you can find out a lot of things that you don't want to find out if you begin to learn from you what the truth is that will set you free, not because no truth will set you free. Never has, never will. The truth does not have the power to set you free, but you do. You empower it. You are the power of the truth once you know it. Once you no more lay it down to serve a God. As long as God is your truth, you will have been used for a lie, and you will disappointed be. You will weep and gnash your teeth, because this was hell, not. Or is it the separation chamber? Or were you just in the learning school of flesh, or something you created, a game to be? A simulation, whether you call it that or not? Are you the creator in creation circumstances again? Is this the third day? Rising are you, no more to be a he, but she. The divine feminine is coming forth. The feminine divine. The one we are a race of, where we are all equal, no longer needing to work for man, nor seek the crumbs from his table, nor honor his resurrection to do his miracles, nor go to his place afterward. Or I don't want to go to that place. I know where mine is. Inside me. See, your law builds buildings, builds belief systems, constructs towers of light and darkness, and rules webs of deceit. But I, my friend, am light that lights me. Not your darkened chambers. So if you want to walk the light, live the light, be the light of the world, the true light, the original light. The light, the original light of unconditional love before there was ever a Lord God series. The degradation of our power, or the debasement of our mind, or the fooling of our consciousness. Learn to channel. But now you need to know how to channel. And you need to be very discerning with these brush strokes where you paint with different pictures You paint with different colors. You speak with different words of a color palette that no longer colors your world to be foreign than the cosmos far away. You can learn when you're no longer afraid of learning from your angel, when you're no longer afraid of learning from you, your words that come through you, you can begin to learn, but you need wisdom. Oh, you might make some mistakes, hurt somebody's feelings, cause a rift in your marriage. I know. But if you want love, you can find it on the earth, permeated with sensuality, lust, for the desire of the mind, the libido, all of the acts of creation that created you in separation. You can lust for that power, greed, and control. You can seek money, fame, and power. And most people do because they don't even know the difference. They think God is love, love is God, and they seek some Puritan lifestyle of never enough. You see, love does not satisfy love. If you say God is love, I will say God is lust. Because God, as we know it, or I think is commonly used, God of the Bible, the King James Bible, and its derivatives, is not Lord of my life, for I don't have a Lord in my life anymore. I have booted that thing out. I have eradicated my soul, and I no more have the emotions of man controlling me. I'm no longer the derivative series of its iterations to complete a culture that worships God, where it lives in its mind, that it fabricates in its own games, whether you think it's about your thrones or not. You see, I teach many things many ways, and I teach my word of my way that lights my path. I value these words. I buy and sell a lot of things because of my words. Or do I live love? If you're not willing to give your God up, you may never know what unconditional love is, nor understand what I'm speaking of, or have the angel teach you that you are it, and that you were an angel before all of this began. But if you want to hold on to your 13th floor, claim your unemployment benefits, and be on the roll of a dole, you can do that. But I go now, and I teach people to be in light rooms where they aren't afraid of their own light. No longer serving a God. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the cosmos. You are the angelic coward no more that fell for a lie. We've been here before. We've all done this before. We've all faced this before. going round and round your circle knot or your mountain? Or are you willing to channel your own words where you write the living word with the energy of the life of one, the perfecting perfection of one, where you come alive to be one and your angel the source of, because you were never separate. So you're no longer living the lie of separation. Will you learn now that many voices want to speak to you? Intangible ones, visible ones too. So what are you going to channel? What values do you have? Do you have any? Have you listed them? Have you written them out? Have you pondered them? Have you asked about them? What tree are you growing in your life? What tree of life is growing on you no more to be separate and apart from your maker, your creator? Can you imagine being at a long table with a whole bunch of other people, all of you writing the first person words of unconditional love in your light room, where your light room is portable? It's between your ears. The real one is. Are you connected to light? Will you be the light that is? Connected are you no more in isolation? Will you see you writing words with other people in your cosmic classroom? Are you going to the heavens in Israel? No longer in the Mideast, but in the skies of me, the skies of you connected now, the skies of the Skyway cleaned, no longer changing your cholesterol or all of the veins of your vanity or singing a different song. Will you laugh and smile now with the joys of mankind, no more the lust for contentment, happiness? Will you create your own because you love her? The feminine, divine, before divinity was ever incarcerated in thought, put in a skull. Will you be in the school of me, creating your classroom wherever it exists? Sit in your chair, walk along your little dirt trail in the woods or some city center. But will you be you? Will you seek you and find you? Yes, when you seek you with all of your heart. But religion flips it, flips the script. Says, oh, when you find God, you'll find happiness, eternal life, prosperity, a better life, and oh, here's the rule book. Now go be about your Father's business and do the things we tell you to do under our authority. My friend, take that authority off from you, disrobe from it, and unplug from all the authority of mankind and all the gods. can no longer make you shudder. For life does not depend on your breath in this flesh. We've been here before. I love you. Oh my, I recorded 50 minutes. Seems like maybe 10. What did I say? I have a recording, I'll play it back. I can strip the audio from the video if I want to. Sound and light, one channel, two channels. Or are you creating your channel? Your channel on YouTube? Okay. You're going to teach others about the cosmic classroom that they carry around between their ears, that they're connected to no folly with, but connect now in the heavens of Israel. The allegory? Do you understand? There's a new place. Space and time is now for you to make some decisions where you learn to channel you. And what values are you going to create in your creations, in your Eden? Mine? Joy, light, peace, equality. But what does that word mean? See, that is not a trivial quality nor attribute of unconditional love. You don't get to define it the way that you've been taught. Neither will you confine it to what you want it to be. Because if you love love, you will confine not the definitions to all that you have become, because you are creating a new you. To live in lust no more for another. I may teach on channeling more because I know there's a desire to no more be led by failure, nor the duplicity of mankind's mind. Will you be in Eden, no more forfeiting your privilege to be you? We've been here before. How do you think all those planets got there? In the sky? Whether they're dark or they're light. Are they planets or are they stars? Where's the energy? Where's the light? Do you know the difference? Are you planeteering now? Going where no man has gone. No woman either. To do your recordings. Comfortable are you now saying a lot of things that you used to would have been afraid to say? Because you see the truth in them not, or are you birthing it? Is this the new birth? Is this the decisions now that we all face? Will you face your face? Without your faith to be separate? Will you no longer seek a reward for what you've done well for another? Will you be not so foolish? Will you create love, the unconditional kind, and reward no one else? Or will the reward be ourselves for being us? And contentment, peace, happiness, joy, the unafraid me, giving up your much afraid body, the body of much afraid that you enter this world in. I don't know what I'm going to teach on tomorrow. I may teach again today. But the values are kingpins not. But religion will no more lynch us. The values of love and the values of unconditional love are very different. Worlds apart. Because love has been defined for us, to us, so many times, so many ways, and that word is used almost as a garbage word or a prolific circumstance owner or a creator of however it wants to use the word. But unconditional love has value. Unconditional love values its values. And values are important to leadership. You're no longer passive about your word or what it creates. You're no longer passively living according to the definitions of ambiguity, of cross purposes, incoherence. When you're serious about love, that's really love, that is truly unconditional love, it changes your life. It changes your values when you begin to value unconditional love and know the difference where you treat people equally. No longer have any concern what caste they are from, or what country, or what color, or whether they can afford your product. You care for people because you love them. Because at one time you were closer than your breath. Or are we no longer suffering the Big Bang? Are we changing our planet? Are you willing to create one and no longer be the fool that just thinks you're in flesh, living a life meant to die? A moment ago, I saw a message come up where someone asked a question or made a comment, but it only appeared in the lower left of my screen for a few seconds while I was speaking, and I didn't get to read it all to reply. So I'm still learning in my cosmic classroom how to read comments, how to listen to the field of your choices, to be connected, no more by failure's web of deceit. It is crucial that you no longer have the conflict of you created by your marriage to breath, that you think you are solidified in someone else's creation. We've been here before. The resurrection is now. Whether you think it's holy and godlike or not, heresy or not, blasphemy or not. What is again now. And now is again before us. And the spiral of time will create us not, but time will no more present us limitations to fool with games anymore that prevent us from being who we really are. In love with love, unconditional love. Unconditional love is perfect love. Yeah, I see that. Hi, Igor. Are we learning or teaching aura or just remembering? I caught that. Good question, valid question. Seems like remembering is valid. But it may be that remembering is only part of the story. Maybe, what if we are remembering we are the creators? We're remembering an educational process. We're remembering our power and how to use that power not against someone else and not against ourselves, but to understand the power of creation and unconditional love. Unconditional love is perfect love. If you say God is love, I tell you that is imperfect love. That is love with a cause, with the motive of control. It's a fear-mongering way to live. It's based on fear. Unconditional love says, whether you're white, black, blue, green, yellow, no matter how much you make, no matter what you dress like, smell like, whether you serve time in prison or not, I love you. Because I know who you are. I know your origin. Not the identity flesh has given you, nor you're a Bible, nor a preacher. But I know the real you inside of you. I know where you hurt and why. I know your identity has been taken from you and given the identity of flesh to be used for its energy, for something's energy. What energy? A planet? When you begin to love, you begin to lose your fear of asking questions, and you begin in leadership to lead you, to understand the teacher, the student, the faculty, the staff, the school, the God, the designer, the creator, the creation is right there in front of your mirror with your two eyes, your two ears that seem to limit you. But if you're willing to come into your cosmic classroom, is what I call it, your light room, and create the light because you're it all the time, no longer turning down the dim, 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 dim switch. You know, one of the first, actually one of the very early pictures I created when I first began to subscribe to a picture creating AI was this. And I just about fell out of my chair. It's certainly not perfect. It says at the top, the school of me, and the painter is painting the tree of life, his own. I ask you in closing. That's so funny. I haven't thought about using that phrase in closing in years. I ask you to consider being more considerate of you and ponder these questions and the things which I have suggested that I've offered to you. You are the designer of you. You are your own creator. And there is a huge separation, gap, difference, polar opposite between love and unconditional love. Unconditional love is perfect love, and in perfect love, there's no fear. There's no cast out. There's no haves and have not. In perfect love, there's nobody waiting on the bread line. In perfect love, there's nobody at war, killing each other's children. We've been here before and we have faced perfect love in our mirror. And we have chosen and we choose again to create it or not in our mirror. Behind our eyes, no more limited to our eyes or our mask, the clay, the temple of flesh. For we are no longer made with the hands of a living God that wants us to serve it. We are no longer strangers in a strange land. Or are you knowing the works of Robert Heinlein, Gene Roddenberry, Philip K. Dick, Daniel Galoi? Are you the Matrix no more in? Are you the Truman Show watching again? Will you no longer be adjusted by the Adjustment Bureau? Or will you see what happens at the end of the movie? Or the resurrection? Are we applying no more to live in another land? Or are you but learning the cosmos? No longer being afraid to fly where you haven't known you could fly. We haven't known what you would do there. Because there is inside of you. So we are not as we thought. We are not as we have been taught. We have never been isolated from our identity. But we thought we were. Or did we just think we were God-made? Or that duality was imposed upon us, or it just evolved? I'm no more the evolution of you. I am the creation of me, recreating me to be me in the real law of you no more. But love, who loves love, is us. Who permanent are, no more upon the permutations of the iterations of you, your Lord God series of. I have said much. And I invite you to love me in your mirror. Me, Theodore. Me, you, the Creator. The Creator is one, and all one is one consciousness. No longer big banged up by the theory of other. I tell you many things, many ways, and the word of the Lord will no more conquer us, nor worship services enslave us with our emotions. My name is Theodore Cottingham, an old man in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and I love you. Be in your cosmic classroom this day and be unafraid of what you will learn, and begin to teach others, because, you see, I come as you speak. As you speak, I come in the willing, surrendered. The channel will be open if you open it. The light will be love if you delight in obedience no longer, but love, loving love. Know the difference and channel the values of the king, not the way Earth defines it, but the creator of all life, light, and joy. Be the original you. And that's why I stand. That's why I sit in these chairs and make recordings like this for you to be the real you, leading you out of your Eden no more to eat the fruit of others. Be the living tree of knowledge, not alone, but wisdom, no more in the plight of mankind. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being afraid no more of your word. Read the books of Hannah Hernard, Mountains of Spices, Hind's Feet on High Places. Understand allegory. Embrace metaphor. You're not who you think. Be no longer robbed of your power, your identity, and choose no longer to be flesh-led by it. Be without ego. Be without a lot of things. No more burden to life. No more worry. You see, imperfect love does not cast out fear. Imperfect love breeds fear. They're inextricable. Two sides of the same coin, Jekyll and Hyde. But when love begins to love love itself, perfect love casts out all fear, worry, anxiety, and you begin to see the perfect you. Not in the definitions of flesh, but that won't matter. For what matters is that you hear and become your word. The energy no longer stagnant in flesh. Create your own new planets going to. Be the cosmic in arrears of no other. I make your payments not, but I tell you this, I'm no longer in debt to mankind's oath to be separately anointed by a king of other. Theodore Cottingham. Tell others about this channel if you will. You know other people who probably are ready for this message to come out and be among you not, but to be among the stars and place your crown upon your head now, no longer delivering it at the feet of another. Thank you. Become a member of this channel if you so choose. I invite you. Theodore Cottingham, Box 34, Eureka Springs, Arkansas for now. I love you. Love each other. Harbor no guilt and no condemnation of yourself or anybody else. Live light. Thank you for loving each other enough to love you first. Good day. See you later.